will be on tonight. It might just have to be recorded. I think Dave is there already. Said he was on his way Wednesday. I can't wait to see his trailer. He built like an apocalypse trailer.
I know, I've seen it.
I went and toured his shop the other day and showed me it had wires and boards and things coming out of everywhere. And I was like, Dave, you have 2 weeks. You can see when people join.
Yeah.
Maybe nobody's going to watch tonight. Just be you and me.
All right, and here we are. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to Melissa, who's tuning in for Jared. That's great. At least somebody's doing it. Denise, are you ready?
I am ready.
You stayed home so that you had service for everybody, so they should be appreciative.
It won't be glitching, that's for sure. Yeah. I stayed up at the cabin and then I've got a short drive tomorrow morning. So yeah. So
Nice.
I can't see who we've got on, but hello. And looking forward to the Manitoba Bass Challenge, 2nd annual. We've got a rep to protect. I know BC's gunning for us, but Mike figured it out last year that we squeaked ahead. I don't remember by how much, but enough to call it.
It was so close last year. So I've got the 2 different logos already made up again. So as soon as they come, I'll just ship them out to. I'll probably just drop ship them right to you, Denise, and then you can get them out to the people that win if it's you, and if not, I'll ship them out to Carl or Rindy, and they can get them out to the people who win. So
sounds good.
You guys, it's can you pull back-to-back championships?
Well, we're gonna give it a go. We'll give it a good Oilers go.
Oh, there you go.
Seems to be fitting.
Gord, hello. Thank you, Gord, for meeting me outside of Edmonton to pick up stuff to bring out to the Derby. So our go for Gord is going for everything for us.
Our faithful delivery man. I appreciate it, Gord.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Don't worry, Gord. I'm working in the back end here to do a little something for you. So we appreciate everything that you've done over the years, helping us out with the tournament. And Gord is probably pretty much our unofficial director. He helps out a ton getting stuff. When we forget stuff, he stops in and picks it up for every Derby.
Yes, we love Gord. Couldn't do it without you.
All right, so where are we fishing?
So we are fishing again at Wellman Lake in the beautiful Duck Mountain Provincial Park in Manitoba. I think Mike's going to pull up a pin here, but if you were there last year, it's the same place right next to the Wellman United Church Camp. And we've got dry land.
I'll just go straight. So for everybody, that's kind of where you are. Looking at Manitoba there. Oh, I guess I got to actually go to the computer screen to do it. So as you come in, that looks like Highway 10 to the north.
Yep.
And I'm not sure what highway that is down to the south. Doesn't show up. You're so remote, you don't even get a highway number.
You just turned at the tree.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're coming in from Silverwood, you kind of head north up past Boggy Creek. So when you come up to Duck Mountain Park, up to Wellman Lake, you got two different ways to come in on 366 from the north or from the south. You're going to come in. There's the Water's Edge Bible Camp on the south end of the lake. You're going to kind of come up into the middle here, and there's the United Church Camp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Denise was amazing. She got the pin to me, no problem. She even drew on her picture to show me. This is the launch, and it was circled in red on my picture. And down here, this is the camping. It was circled in red. So great job. That's awesome. It took me probably 3 years, Denise, to figure out I could draw on a picture.
Well, I just learned how to drop a pin today, so it was a good challenge.
No, that's great. But so that's where you guys will be. So you're going to launch over, obviously, where the launch is here, and then your camping is all here in this grassy area.
Yeah, it's nice and close. If you were there last year, you'll remember, get your cardio in. It is a little bit of a hike to go back up the hill. So if you have wheels, bring them. They're very handy. Going down is quick, so we'll all launch really fast in the morning. Quite nice.
Is there anywhere that they can't go on Wellman Lake here?
No, we didn't set any boundaries as long as you stay in the lake system. I think we're looking at 30K winds, so hopefully nobody goes too far. It's going to the north, I think is what they're calling for. So I don't think anyone's going to venture too far.
Perfect. So they should be hopefully pretty protected in there then.
We should be okay in that bay. Yeah, if last year we all ventured out beyond there. I don't know if we'll be doing that this year, but it will be fine either way. It won't be as bad as your sucker or trout derby that you had.
Oh yeah, that was the 1 year that we had it. That was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And for anybody that was at the trout derby this year, Mother Nature decided to test us all with heat and wind and rain and hail and tried to destroy awnings on campers. So it was great.
Yeah, it won't be like that. It'll be windy. Yeah, we should be good. And the launches, it's kind of a one kayak launch, so we'll have to be patient with each other, but we can be on the water before line in. So if you're an early riser, get your kayak out and get going.
Or, just get if Denise, if you stop somewhere along the way and get a lot of grease, you could just grease up that hill. You guys could load up your kayaks at the top and just ride them right down into the water.
We totally could. we could actually make that a fun event for Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not that extreme a hill. It just feels like a really big hill at the end of the day. But yeah, beyond where we are, that's kind of where we are. We are in a provincial park, so you can go online and you can print it off at home. I printed mine off. Park Pass, you will need it displayed in your window. I think there's different ones you can get. You can get Day Pass or something, and then you can get the provincial park if you're going to be in Manitoba parks. So don't forget to do that. Manitoba fishing license is necessary. We have, I think, 1 or 2 youth under 16 and under. They don't require licenses. So anything that Manitoba requires, we follow the Angler's Guide. I will have a copy if anyone has questions. But beyond that, we can probably jump into the rules, right, Mike?
How many bass are we doing?
We are doing stringer of 5 bass.
Not a stringer, though. It's catch and release.
Oh, it's a inches.
Yeah.
Inches.
You're allowed 5 pictures of bass.
Pictures of bass. So 5 bass limit in the main tournament, and then I love doing the mini tournament. So every fish gives you something. So we get 1 point. So we'll log them in the app as one total for each species. So we're doing walleye. One of your bass will transfer over. You don't have to put that in. 1 pike and 1 perch. So if you catch all 4 and get the slam, then we'll mark down 4 for the multi-species. Tiebreaker for multi-species will be first person to have reached the highest number.
Perfect. And so Curtis Jensen, I don't think you can see it. He just wrote, camping on site, what's the cost?
Camping is on site. It's dryland camping. It's $10 cash per night paid to me. And I will be collecting that the first night. I do not want to be chasing people Saturday after. So when you get there, track me down and we'll settle up for camping.
Perfect.
Anita did send me a list of folks that have paid. I think we were all paid up. So everyone that has registered has paid. So it's just your camping fees, and make sure you have, I'm not going to have change. So make sure you have the exact cash that you need.
Or it's a donation.
Or it's a donation to the trail, right? Absolutely. The church camp has been really gracious to us again this year. They are giving us their Wi-Fi password. I will give that out Friday night when we get our code. And there is a rental there this weekend. So we're not going to be free to just walk in and walk out whenever we want at maybe at noon, at 6 o'clock when we all come off. We'll all walk in together. Or 5 p.m. when we all come off, we'll all walk up the road together and get our fish loaded.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So that makes it a lot easier having that Wi-Fi. So we want to make sure we respect the rental that's there. What else can we say here? Bass. So Angler ID tag will be released. I will get Wi-Fi Friday night and communicate with Taryn to get that code, and everyone can check in with me if they don't have service and don't have it, and I can give that out after pre-fishing is done.
Yeah, and Gord's bringing you a bunch of the angler cards, and he'll have some of the armbands for sale as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and I have some Sharpies packed, so we can get those all straightened out there. Armbands are 10. Is that what we were? 5? Oh, it's a bargain this year. 5. I might have charged people 10 last year.
I got them from a different supplier this year, so I'm able to do it for $5.
Okay, perfect. $5. So bring your money if you want an armband. They are super handy. The old ones look like this. Your card goes in the end, and this goes around your arm, and you simply slide it down. Very, very simple. Let's see. So we might as well, I'm going to jump into, Park Pass. So your bump boards, bring your bump boards to me when you get to the site. I would rather not be verifying bump boards in the morning on Saturday. So if you could bring them to me Friday, that would be awesome. I will, if you have a trail bump board, the Ruby's Outdoors, the metal ones, I don't need to see that one. Which other ones? I think that's it. If you have anything else, just bring it to me and we'll have a
Yeah,
look.
because any of the ones that start at like 8 inches, that kind of stuff, if you've added a sticker onto it or anything, make sure we need to verify those ones. So the metal ones that were donated by Ruby's Outdoors are good. The rest of them, we just want to take a quick look at them, make sure there's no modifications, and that if a sticker has been applied, that it matches up.
Yep, for sure. So a lot of questions I'm getting a lot of questions about the AIS inspection. It might be hard for some people to find an inspection coming in. I know there was one in Broadview, Saskatchewan, if you're coming down the number 1. As far as from the north, there's one at Oyen usually. I don't know the hours. once you get into Saskatchewan, I don't know where they are coming across there, but just if you don't find an inspection, wash your gear, like your ropes, your net, your paddle, your boat, wash it at a car wash, and then show up at Wellman, and we have spray. We can spray it down on Friday before you launch. That's super important. The parks are really, they're awesome about letting us have this tournament here. We want to make sure we respect that AIS and aren't transferring things province to province and lake to lake. So I will have spray. Derek, I think, is bringing the quat, so we should have a perfect plan for disinfecting boats.
Should is good.
Yeah, wash your boats before you come. So there's no boundaries. We will, if the weather gets really wild, we'll change the boundaries and just try and round people up. That way, I do not want people to launch until they check in. I won't launch until everyone has checked in with me. So come check in and then take off. I just want to know who's on the water, when they're on the water, and do not take off without letting me know. If you can't find me, at least leave a note at my camper. There will be a paper there. There'll be a book and a pen on my table at my camper. Leave me a note. Let me know you've had to take off.
Yeah, that's really important. If make sure that Denise knows when you're on the water. If you can't find Denise and you see Derek, let Derek know as well.
Yeah. Or Flynn.
Yeah, or Flynn or Gord. Let somebody know to tell people. But yeah, check in, and then definitely if you're leaving, and we've had this at multiple events where people are just like, nope, I'm not catching anything. I'm leaving. I'm just going to drive home now. Just make sure somebody knows you're off the water so that we're not out there looking for you. Yeah,
it's scary for us if we have unaccounted folks out there, especially if the weather's not great. So
absolutely. And there will be, if everybody please either have your waivers signed and submitted, or bring them with you. And if you can't for some reason or other, there are, I think, probably a dozen or 15 blank waivers that are coming out with Gord. So we've got those there. So before you can fish, Denise needs to have that waiver.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll have a table set up in front of my little camper. If you have anything, just come and see us. If you've forgotten anything, most of us have double or extra, so let us know. One thing a lot of us might not have double of and you need to have is a PFD. Make sure you have it. If you are seen during the tournament without it, you could be disqualified.
Yeah, without it on. It needs to be on and done up. The little sup waist belt style is not acceptable. If you want an inflatable, you can wear a proper inflatable, but the little waist belt sup ones are not allowed for our event. Nick just writes, same waiver as SummerSlam. Yeah, you only need to complete one waiver a year for us. So Gord wrote that he's got a jug of the chemical he'll have as well. Derek says his is supposed to be here tomorrow.
Sweet.
Dave Parkinson wants to know who's going out Thursday already. So
I will try. I'm gonna get out of here tomorrow morning early. I think I thought you were there already, Dave. Anyways, let's see what else. So we are going to have, I think we're going to have some anglers in a tandem kayak out there, which will be cool. I had that at Cooley and they had a lot of fun. So you might see some folks in a tandem. Our trail, you can use any watercraft. We don't have any motors at this trail. So anything human powered. If you can make a piece of linoleum float, go for it. But make sure it's safe. You can fish in a belly boat, you can fish like canoe. So but mother shipping is not allowed. So if your boat is not human powered, you're not going to go very far. You cannot have your buddy come and pick you up and tow you to his cabin for lunch or to his honey hole.
Yeah. With that too, Dave says he was supposed to be, but life got in the way. So apparently he'll meet you there tomorrow. He's going to drag race you out there.
Sounds good. Well, Gordon knows how fast Gord knows how fast and how high my little camper can fly. So
Yeah, and with that, we've got, for anybody that's new, if you're out there and you're having issues, you are allowed to help each other net the fish, hold the fish for each other. The bump board
yep.
and fish needs to be in your boat, but somebody else can hold the fish down for you while you take the picture. When you're taking your pictures, that angler tag with the code needs to be in the picture. If you lose that overboard, I'm going to suggest everybody writes that code on their hand as well, just in case you catch a fish and you've lost it before you get the picture of that fish. Otherwise, as soon as you lose it, there's the stack there. Go grab another one, fill it out. But yeah, you can absolutely help net each other's fish, that kind of stuff. Help them on the bump board. Nothing in the gills for your hands at all. These aren't fish at all out there that you're going to need to put your hands in the gills. So put one hand on it, two hands on it, but we need to be able to clearly see the front of the bump board, the end of the bump board. So we've told this multiple times for anybody that's new, just doing this for the first time. Get that picture. I usually snap about 3 pictures. I throw my fish in the net, sit on the handle while it's in the water. I review my pictures, make sure they're clear, that I've got a good image of that fish. I can clearly see the length, the nose is touching the start of the bump board. At that point, great. Then I'll let the fish go and upload it to the app.
Yeah, just ask for help. We're all willing to help or get you a hero shot or whatever. We don't require a release video. We just want that fish to go back healthy. So make sure it's revived. If you have a fish that does not make it, if it's deep hooked or it just doesn't release, that fish is not legally allowed to be logged for it. And we do need to keep track of any fish mortality for our CFE licensing.
Yeah.
So,
And if you do deep hook one, you're just better to cut the line and let the fish swim away with the hook. They'll get rid of the hook in no time flat. Don't sit there for 5 minutes trying to get your hook back. Just donate it to the lake and get that fish back in the water.
mm-hmm. Yep. What else? Bump board. So pre-fishing. If you're going to pre-fish on Friday, that ends at 6 p.m. Even if you're fishing for the Summer Slam, everybody off the water at 6 p.m. It's nice to have everyone come in and check in too. Even if you're not staying at the campsite, just come check in, make sure everything's good to go and we've got your waiver and bump board and everything verified. So 6 p.m. done. You'll get your code after that. We will all launch from the exact same point. We're not doing multiple launches on this lake. You can be on the water prior to 6 a.m., but there's 0 tolerance for lines in the water before 6. So make sure if you want to get to your spot, you can do that, but don't have your line in the water.
And you can't just take off. You still have to check in with it or check out at the launch with Denise before you can hit the water. So if she's not there, you can't leave the launch until she knows you're there.
And if you want to launch at 4 a.m., don't wake me up. Leave me a note.
Or sit in the water and wait for Denise at the boat launch.
I'm not. I don't sleep in, but 4 a.m. is not happening.
Dave says bring bug spray. Talk to his buddy who lives on the lake and said they're in full force because of the amount of rain. So
they were awful last year. So I'm guessing if you have a screen room is nice to have. I will have one there. I know Stillwater brought one last year. Stillwater is our awesome sponsors for the event. The package that they put together is awesome for anyone who needs to rig up a kayak. Stillwater and Yak Attack have you covered this tournament. So, but they had a really nice screen room last year.
Fish hooks must be barbless as well.
Yep. Yeah, must be barbless. Even if they're on your rods, they have to be barbless. You can have barbed in your tackle box. If you are, for some reason, bringing bait, you can bring earthworms or night crawlers into Manitoba. It cannot be in soil. It has to be in mulch or paper. You are allowed to use frogs and leeches, and I check the rules. Salamanders, maybe. But they have to be caught in Manitoba or obtained in Manitoba. No live fish. Look in your guide. We go by everything the Manitoba Fishing Guide says. So if you have questions, go to your guide or go online and check out things like that. But if you're bringing worms in, make sure they're not in soil. If you could keep track of your fish too during the day, just a running total, even ones that weren't big enough to board, just keep track of the number. I have to submit that to fisheries. So anything you catch, we're going to submit all of our numbers, and that just helps them with their stuff that they do. So if there is any disputes on the water, I am the tournament director. I have 2 other directors there with me, and I have a few guys that'll be on the line verifying fish as well. So we will come to a decision if there is a challenge or dispute, and once that decision's made, that's final. So you're welcome to challenge. Must be done through the appropriate channels. There is a challenge thing on the app, but that app is probably not going to work for you to challenge things. So speak to myself, Flynn, or Derek, and we will chat with the other directors and go from there. This doesn't need to be said, I think, but it's in the rules. If you're caught falsifying or cheating or trying to hide dead fish, you will be removed from any future events for the duration of the 2024 season. So just don't do it. Just, we're out there having fun.
And with that too, we are guests of the facility, guests of the lake. Please drive appropriately, act appropriately. If you want to have a few drinks, that's fine. Not on the water.
Right.
Same as for the people who like to smoke the green. That is not allowed on the water. It is, when you're out on the water, you're pretty much the exact same as being in a vehicle. The only time you're actually allowed to have drinks while you're out fishing in a boat, your boat needs to have sleeping quarters and an actual flushing bathroom. So just please be cognizant about that, because that's the last thing we want is some COs to show up and see something, and that ends our ability to keep hosting these types of events.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that wraps up kind of the rules section. Prizes will be awarded at the end as soon as we'll have to be a little patient as soon as we get our fish loaded. So hopefully before 6 or by 6, we can be doing prizes and wrapping up stuff. People are welcome to stay Saturday night. The park, we stayed last year. We stayed Sunday night as well. So if you want to do some more fishing in that area, just let me know and that will be fine. There's a lot of really good trout lakes in the area, I heard. So if anyone needs to get their trout for Summer Slam, you might want to do a little bit of research if you have time to stick around there.
You guys go out Sunday. You guys could have a big fish fry Sunday night. You just can't use them for the Summer Slam, but
yeah, we totally can. So yeah,
Denise, any pictures you got, any fish you guys have for a fish fry, Denise will take pictures of them first to make sure that they're not submitted.
Yeah, I'll check the markings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think that's it. I will have service all night tonight and up until probably 11 o'clock tomorrow. So if anyone has any questions, just reach out to me on Facebook or through the trail Instagram. And I think that should cover everything though. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, and if anybody else has any questions, you can ask the trail. We can answer them as best as we can. Or when you pull up out to the launch there and to the campsite, you can find Denise and ask her.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have some signs up if you're having trouble finding us. There should be some signs once you get a little bit closer to the area that'll direct you. If you need fresh water, like I said, it's dryland camping. You need to bring all your water, all your food. There isn't a lot around. If you have a camper, fill up your water tanks before. You're not gonna. There is toilets there. There's like I think they're pit toilets, but they're like park facilities. So right at the launch. It was so fun last year. We had a really good group. Looking forward to it. But I think that wraps it up.
Nick says, thanks, Denise. Should be fun. Gonna have to catch some frogs Friday night for my pickerel rig.
we were laughing about pickerel rigs yesterday. I'd like to see you do that.
And the funny thing is, nobody uses them for pickerel. They use them for
Right?
walleye.
Right.
Walleye is not a pickerel. Just so everybody knows, walleye is not pickerel.
Yeah, the pickerel rigs. Yeah, I have not used a pickerel rig in years. I was telling Nick that the other day. Like I don't even own one. But yeah, we'll catch frogs Friday night. That'll be great.
You guys will all be running around gigging frogs all night long and not getting any sleep. Won't get out in the water until noon.
Covered in mosquito bites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you know anyone that is on the fence about joining, like we can register them right up until Friday night. Last year we had some people come out. I think Melissa can kind of pipe up if she's still here for Jared, but we had some people, some local people and some friends just on Instagram kind of intimidated and hadn't done a tournament before, didn't know what it was like, and they decided last minute to join. And right away they were like, I am coming back next year. It was so much fun. Everyone was so helpful. It was like there were moments where there was 3 of us women out there. We joined our boats together and we were just floating. I don't even know if I think April was still fishing. I'm not sure, but one of us was still fishing. But it's really a great environment. And if you've ever thought about doing a tournament, come to this one.
Or if you're in Manitoba.
If you're in Manitoba. Yeah, if you're close by, just come out. It's such a blast. Last year Stillwater had boats for rent, so if you need a boat, they might still have that. I'm not sure, but you could give them a shout and see what they've got.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it should be fun for you all. I'm going to cheer you on, but I'll be honest, I'm going to cheer on BC just as much. I like the friendly competition that we've got with the Bass Weekend. It's great to have you guys competing against each other, and good luck to everybody in Manitoba. You could two-peat it. So let's see if you can repeat.
We're going to try. I think we've got a few more people again, though.
Yeah, looking at the registrations, if it's going to be hard for BC because they're going to have less people. So we might have to figure out some kind of an average length per angler or something.
Like a ratio. Well, Rindy said he's going to get 5 masters, so you guys should be good in BC.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. Well, good luck to everybody that's out there. Drive safe on your way out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to see how y'all do.
Yeah, we'll see you all there.
Good luck, everyone.